What is going on, everyone? It's your boy XRazorX HD here, bringing you my first ever face-off gameplay for you guys on the map Aground using the MSR extended mags. And this gameplay is actually it's my first commentary in a long time. And this gameplay is basically all about my thoughts on face-off and basically some of the ideal classes you would want to have for face-off. So first of all, face-off is basically, for those who know it, is game battles, which is run by the MLG Major League Gaming franchise, and MLG is much more serious, but face-off is the Infinity Ward's answer to game battles, whilst being free, as well as game battles being free, but then you got to also create the account, and it's just a bit of a hassle to do all of it. And while Face Off, all you have to do is basically just download it from the PlayStation Store, all for free, and you are set to go and download the new maps as well. This Aground is one of the two free Face Off maps, the other being Erosion. Personally, I prefer Aground much more compared to Erosion. I mean, there are going to be people who are disagreeing with me, but I just find Aground is much more less campy, and it's much easier to get used to if you're playing the map for the first time, because there's not really many spots you can find, and there's not really sort of cover areas that are sort of hidden. There's sort of a couple main pathways that people know, and so I think it's just easier on the whole. Erosion is very campy, especially with the tower in the middle, where admitted everyone, including you, have been. Even I've been up there as well. So it's one of those things where you can't really resist but camp to win, and it's just like an absolute spawn trap. If you're the player who isn't in the tower, then you're gonna have a tough time, because the person in the tower is just gonna be spawn trapping you 24/7. And you gotta find it very, very difficult to take him out and, come back and get the win. But on the whole, Erosion isn't, the worst map on Call of Duty. In my opinion, Downturn is the worst map. I just don't know why. It just seems very wrecked and everything. I don't like it. Moving on to Face Off as in general. Face Off is basically, there's three modes for it. 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3. 3v3 I thought was, I guess, not really necessary. 2v2s, well, I think that's a really good idea, because, you don't have to play Search and Destroy with, just be playing with one of your mates, and then you got four other absolute tools with you and your team where, they're just costing you the win. While on Face Off with your best mate, you guys could be really good. And then you can prove yourselves that how well you can work together as a team. And so that's basically why I like 2v2. And then you've got 1v1. This is probably the best game mode to shut egotistical people up. Because, they might be talking themselves up, yeah, look at me, I'm the best in the world. I'm the best sniper, look at me. And, you can just go in, absolutely rip them, and they have no one else to blame but themselves. Which I love doing, because, the guy I played here, he was talking shit, and, I really hate those people who just, talk themselves up before games and stuff. Especially in Search and Destroy, when, you've got a clan on the other team, and they have, all the other people, just yelling at you, throwing insults at you guys. It's actually really funny, because, they're just absolute idiots, and they don't really do anything to you, because they have nothing better to do than be jealous of you, because they're making fun of you constantly, and they're always thinking about you. But anyways, I love Face Off. It's sort of the free well, it's not necessarily the free version, but the easier version of game battles. Alright, moving on to my ideal classes for Face Off. Basically, what you'd want to have in tier 1 perks, you'd either want to have Scavenger or Sleight of Hand. Sleight of Hand would be very useful if you're in, close quarters combat and you haven't finished off I haven't finished off your enemy quite just yet. And you have to take some cover and reload very quickly to get yourself back in the battle. That is really important. Scavenger, because, you know, playing kill confirmed, and then, you know, having to run after the scavenger packs, and if the enemy's near your where you are, if he spawns near you, and, you know, you're collecting the tags, then you're gonna have, you know, yourself on a tough time if you're, you know, if he's coming for you, and you have to get in a bit of close quarters combat, and, you know, you can't finish him off because your reloading isn't quick. But I mean, Scavenger, you need probably the extra ammo, so you could probably run Specialist with it, but I don't think Specialist is the right way to run in face-off. The second tier perks, I reckon there's 3 you could probably use. Quick Draw, Assassin, and surprisingly, Blast Shield. Blast Shield because, you know, you're going to be being stunned quite a lot, and, you know, Blast Shield Pro gives you resistance to flash and stun, which is going to be very useful. And this is an absolute mega fail right here. I capture an airdrop trap. How silly of me. The third tier perk, I guess you could do Marksman, but it's probably not your best option considering how small the maps are. If you're in like a 3v3, then Marksman would be absolutely pointless because, you know, you got teammates with you who are like, you know, can help you out and spot them, and so there's not really much of a point. Dead Silence, I reckon that wouldn't be too bad. That would probably be my second choice, but my first choice, hands down, would have to be Sitrep. If you have Sitrep Pro, then, you know, you can sound hole the enemy because, you know, the footsteps are so much louder, and so that's going to be coming in very handy. And also, you know, if he has like a Claymore or something, or a Portable Radar, that's going to be very handy. Because then you'll know, sort of, get a general area where he might be if he's using a Portable Radar. Because, you know, he'll be in that sort of general area waiting for you. And then probably the equipment, either a Semtex, I reckon Semtex is probably the way to go. Considering that, you know, it sticks to enemies, and I just like Semtexes more in general. That's just me, but you might disagree. Probably the other thing to go with could be either Bouncing Betty, although that would definitely be my second choice. But I mean, I wouldn't swap it for a Semtex any day. The other choice I would make is Concussion or Portable Radar. 2v2s, I'd definitely go for Portable Radar if your teammate is using a Concussion, and vice versa. But if you're in a 1v1, then I reckon definitely and that was a mega fail there, I jumped down into the depths of the ship. And then probably Concussion is the way to go in a 1v1. I mean, you guys, you know, you guys will probably have much more different opinions compared to mine, but at the end of the day, it's just sort of my thing. The kill streaks definitely run support, in my opinion. UAV, counter UAV, and SAM turret are probably my best bets. And there we go, that is basically the last kill for the game. And that wraps up the commentary. So, hope you guys are getting a sort of brief idea of Face Off if you haven't played it yet. This is my first commentary back, feels really good to be back. And hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please remember to drop a like and a favorite. See you guys.